मेरी दीवानगी पसंद आए, ये दुआ है मेरी रब से तुझे आशिकों
across London on 1458 AM and DAB, smart speaker, mobile app and LikerRadio.com.
This is Leica Radio.
Sky News Centre at 9, Russell Brand told audience members there were certain things he could not discuss as he appeared live on stage, hours after being accused of rape and sexual assault. A joint investigation by The Times, Sunday Times and Channel 4's Dispatches programme reported the claims made by 4 women which date back to between 2006 and 2013. The comedian vehemently denies the allegations. One woman told the Dispatches documentary called In Plain Sight that she was still at school when he attacked her.
I was pushing him away, and he wasn't backing off at all. And so I ended up having to punch him really hard in the stomach to get him off. It shouldn't be legal for a 16-year-old to have a relationship with a man in their 30s.
Residential roads across Wales are now 20-mile-per-hour zones as default. The speed limit change is designed to improve road safety, though critics claim there's been some dangerous overtaking in trial areas. 14 people have died after a small jet crashed in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. It came down in the Amazonas region, with reports Brazilian tourists were on board. Sir Keir Starmer said he'd treat people smugglers as harshly as terrorists if he were to get into power. The Labour leaders dismissed claims his plan would increase asylum seeker numbers as nonsense.
We've had serious crime prevention orders for a long time in place in relation to terrorism and other serious offending. And that allows a court to impose restrictions of movement, to chase money and freeze money of those involved in organised crime.
On to sport, and Manchester City are still the only side with a 100% record as they beat West Ham 3-1. Tottenham remained unbeaten, winning 2-1 against Sheffield United. And Celtic are still top of the Scottish Premiership after a 3-0 victory over Dundee. They're 2 points clear of St Mirren, who leapfrogged Motherwell into second after beating them 1-0. That's the latest. I'm Daryl Jackson.
A battle has been waging on since the invention of the wheel. The battle for the front seat.
Bagsy front seat! Motor
It's that innate human desire to own the view, the space, the power. The Honda HR-V Hybrid is here to bring about peace, with back seats that feel as good as the front.
I'll sit in the back.
The raised chassis and low window frames from front to back give everyone the views. The fuel tank hump is gone for more foot space and the legroom is roomy. And in terms of power, there's USB ports in the back too. So everyone's a winner! Honda, the power of dreams. Available on selected grades.
Winner of Radio Station of the Year at the Asian Media Awards.
Leica Radio, London.
Leica Radio weather.
Today's weather: thundery showers and moderate breeze in London and surrounding areas. Top temperature 22 centigrade. Sunset is at 7:11 p.m.
Yeah.
Leica Radio. Leica Radio.
Flight updates are brought to you by TravelUp.com. Flights, hotels and holidays.
Let's go for a flight update. All flights are as scheduled, but please check with your flight operators before heading to the airport.
Flight updates were brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com. Call 0207 580 5000. Talking Points with Keith Vaz. Celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Leica Radio. Good morning and welcome to the 176th edition of Talking Points on Leica Radio with me, Keith Vaz. Happy birthday to our sister station Leica Gold, which celebrated her 2nd birthday this week. And happy birthday also this week to my co-presenter Vish, as well as to Amin Ali. Also this week, our sister organisation, Nanim Foundation, has helped with the earthquake in Morocco. Well, there's been a lot of problems going on in the world since Talking Points was off the air. Let's go round the world to check on the other top news stories. Another tragedy in North Africa. The estimates of the number of dead vary, but Libya's ambassador to the United Nations says that about 6,000 people are confirmed to have died, with thousands more missing. A Red Crescent official in Libya said that there were about 10,000 people who are believed to have been killed. And Dernesmeer has warned that maybe as many as 20,000. As well as talking about Morocco, our concerns and our condolences are also, of course, to the people of Libya. The Indian government has accused X Corp, formerly known as Twitter, of being a habitual non-complaint platform in a recent court filing. X Corp does not follow the law of the land, the government said, adding that this lowered the authority of the law, judiciary and executive. The document assessed by the BBC was filed by the government in response to an appeal by X in a court in South Indian state of Karnataka. X has not commented on the filing. I still call it Twitter and tweets. I don't know about you. I don't really say, I'm just going to go on X. Very odd, but there we are. My first special guest on the programme is Aziz Benami, who will be talking to us from southern Morocco about the situation there. And then from Morocco, I'll be going to Poland, where I'll be having a chat with my second special guest, Ursula Zielińska, MP for Warsaw, from Poland, about the forthcoming elections in Poland, but also about that famous handshake, or is it an infamous handshake, between the leaders of Russia and North Korea. But before all that, let's hear some music.
तेरी मिस कॉल आई मैनू हर रोज रात नू 100 वारी मैनू सच बोल क्यों तू ऐ कर दी क्यों तू ऐ कर दी गल करनी है करना है और कुछ भी नहीं मिल रही है तेरी मेरी सोच ये भी नहीं समझती ये भी नहीं समझती हनी तेरे नखरे भी तुझ पे गए हैं ये मखमल जैसे लगे बर्फीले पर अंदर से ये हाँ फिर भी आ तेरे दिल में नी खोया 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 रे मैनू होया ये क्या तेनू फोन लगा के हाँ मैं फिर फंसेगा तू लेके मेरी कॉल नहीं कहती कुछ और कर गलती नहीं हूँ या ते कहती हाँ जी तू लेके मेरे कॉल भी नहीं कहती कुछ और कर गलती नहीं हूँ या ते कहती हाँ जी पर कत्ल है तू कत्ल है की करा है नहीं है भी क्यों मैं फिर फंसेगा की सबक दे गई मैनू दिल की भड़कती गली है तू दिल की धड़क फिर भी है तू मन की सनक नी तेरा हुस्न फीमे दर्द तेरी लगी मैनू बड़ी तू कमीनी जैसी चिट्टी चिट्टी होवेगी तू चीनी देख मैनू सटी सटी निकली नमकीनी फंसेगा तू लेके मेरी कॉल नहीं कहती कुछ और कर गलती नहीं हूँ या ते कहती हाँ जी तू लेके मेरी कॉल भी नहीं कहती कुछ और कर गलती नहीं हूँ या ते कहती हाँ जी पर कत्ल है तू कत्ल है की करा है नहीं है भी क्यों मैं फिर
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. Morocco has suffered its deadliest earthquake in over 25 years, and 3,000 people have been killed so far. It's an absolute tragedy. My special guest on the programme is Aziz Benami, a private tutor who operates from Tangiers in North Morocco. He's president of the alumni of the High International Institute of Tourism in Tangiers. He's also president of the Moroccan Association of Ibn Batatu, an expert in tourism and marketing with over 13 years of experience. He is at the moment in the south of Morocco, at the epicenter of where the earthquake took place. He joins me from Arashida in southern Morocco. Good morning, Aziz Banami.
Good morning, Mr. Keith.
Let me start by giving you the condolences of all of us here at Leica for the dreadful situation that has occurred there, to the relatives of those who have perished in this deadly earthquake, but also to those people who are still surviving and who need our help. Can you recall to us, as someone who felt the tremors when it occurred last Friday, what was it like? What did you think was going on?
Thank you very much, Mr. Keith, for your thoughts and for your prayers for Morocco. And so the nights of Friday to Saturday, it's like, 11 past 11 at night was like, a little bit something very crazy that happened, not just like in the area of Marrakesh, but in different other areas in Morocco. And it was in the south, in the deserts, in Erfoud, and that's like about 500 kilometers, east from Marrakesh, and we felt it. So generally we're talking about a magnitude of 6.8, which was, in the start of the area of Marrakesh in the Atlas Mountains. And this is what we would call like something that is very strong and with extreme damage, and a severe earthquake after the one that happened in 1960 that killed 12,000 people. So the area actually is situated in mountains and surrounded by different other cities that were a little bit affected, like Youssoufia.
Many communities, Aziz Banami, lack food and water, power and shelter, and residents are spending nights in the Atlas Mountains. Is that situation still the case, or has it improved?
Yeah, things settle down, and there is like a lot of support and a lot of solidarity by the Moroccan government, but also by the local people. So there is water, there is food for everyone, and now we're working on different other things, especially for people to find a place to live in, especially when the homes were destroyed. So there was a lot of help, a lot of support from everyone.
Now, I know from television pictures that His Majesty King Mohammed has been to the area and visited hospital. The response of the government of Morocco has been very good. However, they've also turned down some offers of help because they're coming from countries with which they have political differences. The government of the United Kingdom, the government of the UAE and others are there. We ourselves at the Leica Nanim Foundation, a sister organisation to Leica Radio, had people on the ground helping to alleviate the dire consequences that people face. How do you think we can coordinate these efforts better?
The coordination has been done very good in a way that things were planned in advance, and sometimes, if there is a lot of help and support from everyone, that's going to be also a big damage as well, and especially that the location of the places, have like, roads that are damaged as well. So access was not easy. So people are using like helicopters to get there. So I think for the moment, the people who are helping and the countries that are giving support to Morocco is more than enough. Right now, for short-term help, everything is doing well. And, everything is going on the right way, I think, for the moment.
This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having a conversation with Aziz Banami about the devastating situation in Morocco. As I've said, Leica Nanim Foundation has had a team on the ground, and we're all monitoring with great concern the events that are happening there. After the break, I'll be talking to him about the impact that this has had on tourism in Morocco. Join me after the break.
नहीं है तेरी याद रह गई है रूह तक मेरी आँख बह गई है तू नहीं है तेरी याद रह गई है रूह तक मेरी आँख बह गई है होके जुदा तू जो गया
होके जुदा तू जो गया जाते जाते जान ले गया मेरा यार वे सोना यार वे उम्रां दा बिछोड़ा दे गया मेरा यार वे सोना मैं ज़मीं पे रह गया तू सितारा हो गया बड़ा मुश्किल फासलों में अब गुजारा हो गया तेरे संग जो जीने थे वो तेरे संग जो जीने थे वो सारे अरमान ले गया मेरा यार वे सोना यार वे उम्रां दा बिछोड़ा दे गया मेरा यार वे सोना प्यार वे उम्रां दा बिछोड़ा दे गया दर्दां दे बात वाली लेके गई लकीरें मेरी रह गए मेरे हाथ खाली होके जुदा तू जो गया होके जुदा जाते जाते जान ले गया मेरा यार वे सोना यार वे उम्रां दा बिछोड़ा दे गया मेरा यार वे सोना यार वे उम्रां दा बिछोड़ा दे गया मेरा सोना यार वे उम्रां दा बिछोड़ा दे गया
Laika Radio 5.50%. 5.50%.
Yes, you have heard it correct.
ICICI Bank UK is offering annual equivalent rate of 5.50% interest rate on their Super Saver bond for a period of 1 year
with a minimum deposit of just £1,000.
Also, it's very simple to open it.
Just call 0344 412 4444
or visit any ICICI Bank UK branch. ICICI Bank UK. हम है ना ख्याल आपका.
ICICI Bank UK PLC is authorized by the PRA and regulated by the FCA and PRA. Terms and conditions apply.
Explore UK and Europe with Star Tours. From Paris to Scotland, Cornwall to Switzerland. Call Star Tours now on 0208 900 2323 or visit startours.co.uk.
Star Tours.
जैमिन के अचार स्वाद में है मजेदार, जैमिन के पापड़ सबसे है लाजवाब, जैमिन के मुखवास अनोखे और खास।
जैमिन के अचार,
जैमिन के पापड़
और जैमिन के मुखवास
सबकी पसंद।
Quality products for all occasions.
जैमिन
Available from your local Asian stores.
जैमिन के अचार, जैमिन के पापड़, जैमिन के मुखवास।
The future is unpredictable at times, but the Open University are the experts in distance learning, allowing you to fit study around your life. What's more, you'll have support from dedicated tutors every step of the way. Now, suddenly your possibilities are open. Search the Open University to find out more. The Open University, The future is open.
सोलर पैनल को लगवा दे, बिजली का बिल कम करवा दे, लाइका का तू नाम बतला दे, 500 पाउंड तू बचा ले।
अरे डिटेल्स तो बता दे। अभी से भी पहले सोलर फॉर गुड को कॉल कीजिए on 0800 999 1454.
Solar for Good packages. Package 1 for £6,499 without battery, or package 2 for £9,999 with battery. लाइट का बोल बोल और 500 पाउंड बचा ले।
दिला दे घर Danu Properties का है कमाल, एक से एक प्रोजेक्ट्स बेमिसाल, दुबई में है घर मेरे यार।
दिला दे घर 1% में, दिला दे घर तू दुबई में,
दिला दूं घर 1% में, दिला दूं मैं घर Danube में।
Danube Properties offers fully furnished apartments loaded with 40 plus amenities at prime locations in Dubai. Get yours too with the 1% payment plan. Danube Properties, 30 years of trust.
I get all my OTC products for my pharmacy from Sandia Wholesale. They supply all the super brands.
Sandia Wholesale supplies all the toiletries for my salon. I get them at super prices.
Sandia Wholesale deliver all the soft drinks straight to my bar. It's a super service.
For all your super brands at super prices, call Sandia Wholesale on 0203 048 4848 or visit sandia.co.uk. Sandia Wholesale, the super supplier.
Rayon's Music presents Sagar Wali Kawali UK Tour 2023. Join us for a night of soulful Qawwali music with Sagar Wali Kawali. 13th October, 27 Patidar Centre, Wembley Park. Get your tickets today at ryansmusic.com or call 07440 723 724. Exclusive radio partner Leica Radio.
Hello. ਕੱਲੇ ਕੱਲੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਰਨਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾੜਨੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਫੂਕਣੇ
ਵੇਖਿਓ ਫਿਲਮ ਬੂਹੇ ਬਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਟਾਰਿੰਗ ਨੀਰੂ ਬਾਜਵਾ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ ਰੂਬੀਨਾ ਬਾਜਵਾ 15 ਸਤੰਬਰ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨੇੜਲੇ ਸਿਨੇਮਾ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Keith Vaz on Talking Points. Leica.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm talking to Aziz Banami, who is talking to us about the devastating situation in Morocco. He is in the south of the country, near where the earthquake took place, which of course was near the Atlas Mountains. Aziz Banami, tourism is vital to the Moroccan economy. There are 600,000 British citizens who visit Morocco every single year. 13 million come from other countries, but it's witnessed an all-time low, with no more than 4 million tourists coming after COVID out of a Moroccan population of 14 million. Do you think what's happened in terms of the earthquake will have a big impact on Morocco?
Yeah, Mr. Keith, actually, tourism will have an impact from what happened, but until now, we really don't know because we are receiving different cancellations, and we see that also there are like different tour companies that are rescheduling tours for people. But in another way, we have a lot of other people that are trying to support, that are trying to use tourism because the places where, that were affected by the earthquake are tourist areas where there are a lot of treks and from Marrakesh, and people know about it. And we have like Pure Life, which is a big event in Marrakesh from luxury tour companies. They canceled the events, but these tour operators came to Marrakesh to support and help education for children in these areas. So maybe what is happening, and looking at the solidarity that is happening, and it's maybe also promotion for Morocco and to make people come more to the country. But we're not sure about the situation until things settle down again, like in 1 month or something like that.
It's important, isn't it? The future of Morocco depends very much on tourists. Big resorts like Marrakesh, Agadir. Agadir was not affected, of course. You've got Mediterranean cities like Tangiers. Everyone's hoping that Marrakesh will get back to normal. Do you think that this is now settled and that tourism will now increase.
Exactly, but this depends on each one. There are people who are afraid. There are people also who feel, for example, we got from some of the clients, they say it's not that we don't want to come to Morocco because an earthquake happened, but because it's sad to come to a place for leisure and to travel around to be happy. Because when you travel to enjoy your time. And they feel like they want to be in a way of solidarity, just not to come right now and live and just postpone the trips to November, December of the next year. So it's not a question about, but people just feel sad to be in an area because when we talk about Marrakesh as a destination offers a lot of day trips to these areas, Orica, the mountains, treks, and it's a very beautiful area that Morocco has been always selling this beautiful image of old homes and Berber villages, and it's really amazing with their hospitality and things. So the people who go to Marrakesh, they don't just go to Marrakesh for Marrakesh. They love the mountains and these areas. Still, we have different tours that were not affected because imperial cities, the north, different other places. So people will just try not to pass by the villages and the areas that were affected by the earthquake.
Finally, I think it's really important for our listeners to know how they can help. The Like Ananam team was down there. What is the best way in which we can help you in this current crisis?
Yes, so actually the Moroccan government created a bank account, an official bank account of Bank Al Maghrib, which is the central bank of Morocco, and then they can just send the money to that account that is generating all the money from all different organizations. So the Moroccan government did it well because everyone is wanting to help. I get calls every day from ex-tourists who want to help, want to send the money. I say to them, please, I'm not getting the money directly, so there is a bank account to which, so it's very well controlled, it's very well organized to avoid any issues or personal use of the money. But there are also non-governmental organizations that are there. There are different associations. So if people want to help, they can just use the official bank account that was launched by Moroccan government.
Aziz Banami, thank you so much for joining us today. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to the people of Morocco. You have helped us with your interview today understand exactly what's happening, and we just wish for everyone that they get restored to the glorious position that Morocco was in. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Case, for having me on the program today. And I wish the best of luck for listeners of Leica Radio in London. Thank you very much for your prayers and your thoughts about our country. Have a great day. Thank you.
As a tribute to the people of Morocco, I've chosen a song by Manal. It's called Naya. This is dedicated to them at their time of peril.
ماشي عاد غنبدا قالي خاطر ومشى بادرتك ما غنسى جرب شحال من واحد ماشي كي اي وحده كاع ما غنتبدل باش نكون ليك انت خليك تحلم عرفتيني بعدا شنو باغيه واش عرف طريقي فين غاديه دابا صافي جيني قودي يا خويا هذا ماشي لا بغي نوض وهي شحال بديت من عندي قاش سميتو لاف هانيا نكون بوحدي ولا نعيش في الكذوب بغيتي نكون ليك تقول لي اجي لدارنا بلا ما ندور بيا غير الوقت اللي ضايع ليا صحاب ليك باقا مازال انيا بغيتي نكون ليك تقول لي اجي لدارنا بلا ما ندور بيا غير الوقت اللي ضايع ليا صحاب ليك باقا مازال انيا شحال وانا كنتسنى باغا معاك نتهنى تمر ورد وحنة انا كاع الناس بغيت نسمع كلمة غادي تلقاني حداك في حبس خليك تما عينيا في الحلال عرفتيني بعدا شنو باغية واش عرف طريقي فين غادية دابا صافي جيني قودي يا خويا هذا ماشي لا بغي نوض وهي شحال بديت من عندي قاش سميتو لاف ها
Time checks are brought to you by TravelUp.com. Our lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com or call 0207 580 5000.
Leica Radio.
Traffic and travel.
Still got disruption as you make the journey around Upton this morning. Classic Grove shut because of an ongoing police incident from Green Street through to Grangewood Street. Does mean a couple of the buses on diversion as a result. Also got some disruption at Ealing on the one-way system. The Broadway there blocked for an emergency services incident at Ealing Broadway station. And watch out for queues southbound on the M4 Heathrow Spur Road just before the tunnels into the terminals. That's the latest.
Sell your car the motorway way, where dealers compete to give you their best price. Alicia, tell us about Simon's Car.
Wow, what a competition! We had bids flying in from dealers all over the UK. Simon sold his car for a banging price. So, how was it?
I just profiled my car online, got their best offer and sold it for 16 grand. Result.
Motorway, the way to sell your car. T's and C's apply.
This is Leica Radio.
सस्ती से सस्ती फ्लाइट्स और हॉलिडे पैकेज चाहिए तो 24 घंटे 7 दिन किसी भी समय ट्रैवल हब का नंबर मिलाइए फॉर क्रूज टेलर मेड हॉलिडे होटल बुकिंग्स एंड हनीमून पैकेजेस हमसे सस्ता कहीं नहीं मिल सकता कॉल ट्रैवल हब 24/7 ऑन 0208-782-8833 और विजिट travelhubltd.co.uk.
Travel Hub, best service with unbeatable price.
At all protected.
Visit travelhubltd.co.uk.
When it comes to mouth-watering flavored products, then Al Noor Foods is the choice for you. From masala, sauces, jelly, juices, biscuits, desi atta and much more, Al Noor Foods stands out. Available at all Asian grocery stores or call 020-8813-9977. Al Noor, taste the difference.
Caratino Better Ghee, the healthier, low-price, cholesterol-free butter ghee alternative. Caratino Better Ghee, available in Tesco's, Asda, Morrison's and local grocery stores. Caratino Better Ghee.
हो जी दिल्ली अमृतसर
या यूरोप के अंदर
ट्रैवल करेंगे मस्त कलंदर
लाहौर या पेशावर
या दुबई घुमाकर
फोटो खिंचाकर या रीले बनाकर
अच्छा तो लगता है
वो तो है पर आजकल कन्वीनियंटली एयर टिकट कहाँ मिलता है
मिलता है ना मान ट्रैवल टाइम इज फ्लाइंग लेट्स फ्लाई टू जस्ट कॉल 0208-099-9900
हर ट्रिप में आपका मान रखेंगे
मान ट्रैवल
सोलर पैनल को लगवा दे बिजली का बिल कम करवा दे लाइका का तू नाम बतला दे 500 पाउंड तू बचा ले
अरे डिटेल्स तो बता दे अभी से भी पहले सोलर फॉर गुड को कॉल कीजिए on 0800-999-1454.
Solar for Good packages. Package 1 for £6,499 without battery or package 2 for £9,999 with battery. लाइट का बोल बोल और 500 पाउंड बचा ले
दिला दे घर
Danu Properties का है कमाल एक से एक प्रोजेक्ट्स बेमिसाल दुबई में है घर मेरे यार
दिला दे घर 1% में दिला दे घर तू दुबई में
दिला दूं घर 1% में दिला दूं मैं घर Danube में
Danu Properties offers fully furnished apartments loaded with 40 plus amenities at prime locations in Dubai. Get yours too with the 1% payment plan. Danu Properties, 30 years of trust.
Herald, new world of eco-friendly disposables for restaurants, cafes, caterers, food takeaways and food delivery services. Order your free Herald 2023 catalogue today. Call on 0208-507-7900 or download the catalogue from heraldplastic.com. Herald is a manufacturer of high-quality, eco-friendly and cost-effective disposables for restaurants, cafes, caterers, food takeaway and delivery businesses. Herald disposables available at food services, cash and carries and with disposable supplies to trade. Visit heraldplastic.com.
हड्डी का हरिका का हीना का सबका बदला लेगा रे तेरा नवाज
पता है लोग हमसे क्यों डरते हैं हमारा आशीर्वाद बहुत शक्तिशाली होता है और हमारा श्राप बहुत भयावह
Nawazuddin Siddiqui is back. Nawaz in and as Haddi. Premiering now only on Z5, the world's largest streaming platform for South Asian stores. Subscribe at £8.99 for a month or at 50% off on the annual pack now.
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. From Morocco, let's go to Warsaw in Poland. Next month, Poland will be having a general election. There are an estimated 871,000 Polish people living in the UK, and 43% of the population of Poland, 68 million people, live in other countries. These elections are very important to Poland, especially at this moment in time when it is right at the border in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. My special guest on the programme now is Ursula Zelinska, a member of Parliament from Poland. She's a member of the Green Party. She stood for Parliament and is a member from the Parliamentary Club of the Civic Coalition. Let's talk to her about the elections, but also the situation in Ukraine. Good morning to you, Ursula Zelinska.
Good morning, Keith. Thank you for having me on your program. A pleasure to be talking to you and your listeners this morning.
Thank you for joining us. We know this must be a very busy time, so we do appreciate it. You're now in the middle of a general election. Poland is still right in the centre of the big geopolitical war between Russia and Ukraine. Some say Russia and the West. What is it like now in terms of the foreign policy of Poland? Are people in Poland still very anxious about what's happening?
Yes, people are definitely still anxious about everything happening to the east of Poland. Belarus is not a free, stable country. There is a lot of operation there that is destabilizing our region as well. And obviously, we're really tracking closely what's happening in Ukraine. And there is overall quite a lot of tension, economic problems, inflation, that is all additionally mounting the pressure in Poland. And so the campaign is very intense for all the reasons.
And the recent developments that we're witnessing, I'm sure massive coverage in Poland this week of the meeting between the leader of North Korea and President Putin. Great pictures of them shaking hands. Well, great for them, of course, not necessarily for the rest of the world. Is this causing any tension in Poland? Does Poland regard itself as still being a target?
I wouldn't say there is a feeling that, yes, of course, Poland and the whole Eastern Europe and the West is in danger for as long as Russia is continuing its war against Ukraine and the east of Europe. This meeting between Vladimir Putin and the leader of North Korea actually could show us perhaps two sides of the story. On one hand, it is dangerous. It does look worrying. Two very isolated leaders of extremely autocratic, dangerous countries are meeting. They are probably becoming more and more dependent on one another and really looking for allies. But on the other hand, this is potentially showing that Vladimir Putin is really becoming very isolated and he's not getting much from China perhaps anymore, and he's having to resource to North Korea, although North Korea faces food shortages, very basic issues. So it's not a particularly strong ally. So the two countries, the two leaders meeting may also show and be a huge sign of weakness of both.
This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. My guest now is the Green MP for the District 19 in the Polish elections, Ursula Zelinska. When we come back, we're going to talk to her about the election campaign, how it's going to direct the way in which the future of the country is concerned, and how are the Greens doing in Poland? Is it time for their breakthrough? Join us after our break.
बेरंगी शामें आई है तुमसे रंगीनियां फीके थे लम्हे जीने में सारे आई है तुमसे रास्तों की बन गए
चर्चे कर रही है अब शहर की महफिलें
तुम क्या मिले हम ना रहे हम तुम क्या मिले जैसे मेरे दिल में खिले फागुन के मौसम तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले
हम थे रोजमर्रा के एक तरह के कितने सवालों में उलझे उनके जवाबों के जैसे मिले झरने ठंडे पानी के हो रवानी में ऊंचे पहाड़ों से बहके ठहरे तालाबों से जैसे मिले तुम क्या मिले हम ना रहे हम तुम क्या मिले
जैसे मेरे दिल में खिले फागुन के मौसम तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले हम ना रहे हम तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले तुम क्या मिले
Keith Vaz on Talking Points. Leica.
Book cheap flights to Lahore on travelup.com or call 0207 580 5000 and enjoy the sights and sounds of Lahore with your family and friends by booking through travelup.com.
Bumblebee Sales and Lettings. We offer a range of services to meet your property needs, be they sales or achieving top market rents. We can maximise your return with competitive fees and no hidden costs. We are a publicly owned company, so 100% of our profits are invested back into local services. Call Bumblebee Sales and Lettings on 020 8359 3399 and book your free no obligation valuation. Mention Leica Radio and we'll throw in a free rent guarantee and legal cover policy for the first year. Bumblebee Sales and Lettings, not your normal agent. T's and C's apply.
Haldiram brings you the most loved Indian sweets which are freshly made in UK. Now order your favorite Haldiram products online only on haldiramuk.com. Also available at your local Asian store at super special prices.
Joyful Entertainment presents Ek Sham Altaf Raja ke naam.
तो ठहरे परदेसी
मैं अल्ताफ राजा आ रहा हूं आपके शहर लंदन में
Live in concert on Sunday 17th September at HN High School, Headstone Lane, Harrow, HA36NR. For tickets, contact Videorama, Panachand Pan House, Eventbrite or call Jishnu Soni on 07877 168 869.
Radio partner Leica Radio and Leica Gold Radio.
Greystone Solicitors, an award-winning law firm here for you. Whether you need help with your immigration matter, buying or selling property, resolving family disputes, or had an accident that was not your fault, we're here to help to get the results you need. We cover a variety of legal fields, including civil litigation, employment law, commercial law, wills and probate, and more. Call and book your free consultation today with Greystone Solicitors on 01582 343 453.
Bring some zing with Zinga Financial Services. If you are on work permit or work visa, even you can apply for a mortgage and own a property in the UK.
Visit zingafs.com
or call 0208 497 8737. Bring some zing with Zinga Financial Services.
लखनऊ के नवाब लंदन आने को बेताब ऑथेंटिक रॉयल मुगलई कुजीन के साथ तशरीफ ला रहे हैं अवध रेस्टोरेंट।
लहसुनी पालक पनीर, लखनवी मलाई कोफ्ता, बैंगन मिर्ची का सालन, गलावटी कबाब, काकोरी कबाब, मुर्ग जाफरानी कोरमा, आलू मुर्ग का सालन, भुना गोश्त और पसंदा।
अवध रेस्टोरेंट 13 हाई स्ट्रीट विनर।
Opening offer, glass of beer with every meal.
The magic of storytelling has no language barrier. Feel the emotion and entertainment in your language.
दुनिया दे लखाने पर इन्हां रोइयां नूं सिर्फ अणकी बंदियां दी लोड़ है।
4,000 plus movies, 316 plus originals, 2,300 plus TV shows and more in 18 languages. Only on Z5, the world's largest streaming platform for South Asian stories. Subscribe now at 50% off on annual pack.
Leica Mobile is here to support you during these testing times. Get unlimited data, UK calls and texts, and 100 international minutes with Leica Mobile's UK Unlimited Bundle. Usually for £25, but now for only £10 per month for the first 3 months. To get this great price, buy the UK Unlimited Bundle with a new SIM online with auto-renewal turned on. EU roaming included. Terms and conditions apply. Visit leicamobile.co.uk.
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having a very interesting conversation with Ursula Zielinska, the Member of Parliament for District 19 in the Polish Parliament. There's elections in Poland in just a few weeks' time, and we're talking to Ursula about what is going to happen. Obviously, the war is going to feature in some way or another, but there have been big demonstrations on the biggest streets in Poland. In Warsaw, more than 1 million people took part in demonstrations. How important are these elections in terms of the future of Poland, Ursula?
From my perspective, as a Green Party member and opposition MP, almost everything is at stake here in these elections. These are possibly the most important elections in the last 30 years in Poland. Everything from democratic values, rule of law, Poland's position in Europe, and military safety even, women's rights, economy, everything could go into one direction or another, because the currently governing party, a nationalist, Law and Justice, has a very different outlook on those values than the democratic opposition. And so really a lot is at stake at the end of it, including the safety of the country, the way I see it.
Many people feel that the choice they're being offered, not just in Poland, but in other parts of the world, is an unreal choice. And many people feel politics is broken. They have a choice to make. The Greens come in the middle of all this. They're neither left, they're neither right, but they have specific policies, especially about climate change and the deforestation in Poland, which is now a huge issue. What's the pitch of the Green Party in Poland at these elections?
I like that phrase that Greens are neither left or right. We are the future. That's what we say here. We are about safety, our fundamental basic needs. The world currently everywhere, from Libya throughout Europe into UK, is facing climate crisis. And all the emanation of this, all the signs of it are out there, whether it's migration, refugees, people running from the global south to the global north, which is an issue in many countries now, including UK. These are signs of the global climate crisis. So once we really make progress on climate action, we will also at the same time resolve the issues we're currently facing, whether it's floods, whether it's drought, whether it's refugees, people seeking refuge in other countries because they simply cannot find shelter or food or water in their own countries. Climate action is the solution to these problems. And we're all about the climate action as Greens. So if we're afraid, some people are afraid of migration. If you are, vote the Greens in to your parliament, because our policies are just about making people's homes safe, and no one wants to run away from their home if it's safe and if they have food and shelter. People are only escaping if they just cannot find a place to live where they're born. And this is what we are about. And that's also one of the focal points of this campaign.
Ursula Zielińska, it sounds like we're going to have a fascinating election in Poland. It's an extraordinarily important country for the European Union, for us in Britain, for the whole world, and therefore we'll be watching things with great interest. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to wish you the best of luck in the forthcoming elections.
Thank you very much, Keith, for having me on the program today, and best wishes to all your listeners on Leica Radio. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ursula Zielińska.
मुझको इतना बताए कोई कैसे तुझसे दिल ना लगाए कोई रब्बा ने तुझको बनाने में कर दी है हुस्न की खाली तिजोरियां काजल की सियाही से लिखी है तूने जाने कितनों की लव स्टोरियां केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरी फिक्र में रैन सारी तेरी खैर मनाऊं केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरी फिक्र में रैन सारी तेरी खैर मौसम में भी रंगी चनारों जैसी झनके सन्नाटों में तू वीणा के तारों जैसी सदियों से भी लंबी ये मन की अमावस्या है और तू फुलझड़ियों वाले त्योहारों जैसी चंदा भी दीवाना है तेरा जलती है तुझसे चकोरियां काजल की सियाही से लिखी है तूने जाने कितनों की लव स्टोरियां केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरी फिक्र में रैन सारी खैर मनाऊं केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरी फिक्र में
things up for this week. I hope you enjoyed today's program, even though we were bringing you some very sad news. My thanks to Aziz Banami and Ursula Zelinska for joining us today. Special thanks to my producer Rina and editor Adam. To end today's program, I'm going to play you Deme Deme, which has 108 million views on YouTube and makes my top 10 favourite records. This is London, and this has been Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I hope you have a marvellous Sunday.
शर्म क्यों आती है कातिल तेरी निगाहें है तू काट कले जले जाती है तुझ में नशा है तू बिल्कुल अफीना है धीमे 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 सच में सीने 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 पागल करने वाला है आज नशा तेरा